In the 2023 playoffs, Jimmy Butler took over the NBA. Or as fans like to call him this time of year, Playoff Jimmy. He caught fire, took down the top-seeded Bucks, outplayed the Knicks in round 2, and straight up humbled the Celtics to lead the Miami Heat to the finals as an 8th seed. Along the way, he delivered jaw-dropping performances and trash-talked anyone who got in his way. Jimmy was unstoppable. And even though the Heat didn't win the title, his 2023 playoff run was unforgettable. One of the greatest we've ever seen. An 8th seed making it to the finals? That's legendary. That's Playoff Jimmy.
Jimmy frickin' Butler puts it in!
Jimmy Butler's legendary 2023 playoff run was surprising, but if you've been paying attention, maybe it shouldn't have been. He's done this before. When Jimmy first joined the Miami Heat in 2020, most people expected the team to be solid, maybe slightly above average, and during the regular season, that's pretty much what they were, a 5th seed. But once the playoffs started, everything changed. Miami swept the Pacers in the first round, then shocked everyone by knocking off the top-seeded Bucks. After that, they took down the 3rd-seeded Celtics and made an unexpected run to the NBA Finals. Nobody saw it coming, but Jimmy delivered. He went off against the Lakers, proving he could rise to the occasion on basketball's biggest stage. Even though the Heat lost in 6, Butler had officially arrived as a playoff force. It was a statement season, and while it was easy to dream about running it back the next year, yeah, that didn't happen. In 2021, the Bucks got their revenge and swept Miami out of the playoffs, but that loss lit a fire under Butler and the Heat, and they came back hungrier than ever. In 2022, Jimmy Butler and the Heat were back on top, finishing the regular season as the #1 seed in the East, and for the first time in a while, a championship felt like a real possibility. They handled Atlanta in 5 games to open the playoffs. Then Jimmy got some personal payback by dominating the Sixers. Yes, the same team that chose Tobias Harris over him. That series ended in 6. Then came a rematch of the 2020 Eastern Conference Finals, Miami versus Boston. It was a battle from start to finish. The Celtics took a 3-2 lead heading into Game 6 at TD Garden, and that's when Jimmy Butler channeled his inner 2012 LeBron. He dropped a masterclass performance, keeping Miami's season alive in dramatic fashion.
Butler will try a three-pointer. It's good. Good screen. Oh, beautiful spin move inside to Butler and an easy Butler sneaks it. Pass stolen by Butler. Down, lays it up and in. Finds Butler. Butler turns, fires. It's good. As the shot clock.
Jimmy Butler went absolutely unconscious in Game 6. Playing nearly 48 minutes and scoring 17 points in the 4th quarter alone to help the Heat force a Game 7 back in Miami. It was one of those performances that had everyone on the edge of their seat, but despite Jimmy's heroics, the Heat couldn't carry that energy into Game 7. With just 3 minutes left, they were down 13 points, and it seemed like the season might be over. Then, out of nowhere, Miami caught fire. They went on a scorching 11-0 run, cutting the lead to just 2. With less than 20 seconds left, Jimmy grabbed a rebound and suddenly had a chance to either tie the game or take the lead.
For the lead!
For Jimmy. Butler took the risk and pulled up for a 3-pointer, hoping to keep Miami's finals dream alive. But it came up short. And just like that, the season was over. Another heartbreaking exit for Butler and the Heat, just shy of the NBA Finals. The 2023 season was a roller coaster for Jimmy Butler and the Heat, so much so that they ended up as the 7th seed, forced into a play-in game against Atlanta. Things went from bad to worse as Jimmy struggled with his shot, and Miami got handled at home in an 11-point loss. That loss sent them into a do-or-die matchup against the Chicago Bulls. Win and you're in, lose and it's over. But thankfully, Playoff Jimmy showed up. He dropped a clutch 31-point performance, including 13 in the fourth quarter, to secure the win and keep Miami's postseason hopes alive as the 8th seed. They barely made it, but they were in. Unfortunately, the Heat were set to face the top-seeded Bucks for the third time in 4 years. This was a familiar situation. Miami as the underdog, facing the overall #1 seed in the playoffs. Would history repeat itself? In Game 1, it looked like it might. Jimmy came out scorching, dropping 24 points in the first half on the road. It was clear. This wasn't your typical 8th seed. He finished with 35 points and 11 rebounds, leading the Heat to a 13-point win and a stunning Game 1 upset. But the Bucks bounced back in Game 2, dominating to tie the series 1-1. Back in Miami for Game 3, Jimmy was in his element. He came out with a 17-point first quarter, and from that point on, it was all Heat. He finished with another 30-piece, and Miami took a 2-1 series lead. This was a shocker. The Heat weren't supposed to be competing with the championship caliber, Bucks. But when you've got Jimmy Butler doing his thing, anything's possible. With a chance to go up 3-1 in Game 4, playoff Jimmy was ready to take.
Butler 2 in the second, 22 in the first, and laces one through. Butler around angle, up and down, it's loose. The lead, Jimmy Butler sets up on 3. Butler, long shot. And Jimmy Butler, a historic 56-point performance in
playoff. Jimmy was on another level in Game 4, putting on a show with a career-high 56 points, the 4th most points in NBA playoff history, and a cap. It off, he dropped 21 in the fourth quarter, lighting up the court and shaking the arena. And get this, most of those buckets were on Jrue Holiday, widely regarded as one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. But Jimmy? He was cooking him. Miami took a 3-1 series lead, and when they hit the road for Game 5, Butler wasn't slowing down. He started with 11 points in the first quarter, including a nasty block on Grayson Allen's 3, followed by a two-handed dunk on the other end. He was in full destroy mode. But it was in the fourth quarter that playoff Jimmy really showed up. With 2:30 left, he muscled in an and-one on Brook Lopez for his 35th point of the night, then screamed at Jrue Holiday, "I own you!" As if that wasn't enough, on the very next possession, Jimmy drained a 3 right in Holiday's face to tie the game and stared him down like he was in his head. The heat was on, and it was clear Jimmy had taken over. In fact, he had Holiday. So rattled that when the Bucks had a chance to go up 3 with 2 seconds left, Holiday only made 1 of 2 free throws, leaving Milwaukee up by 2. Jimmy's plan was coming together perfectly.
over the top to Butler. Up and in! Jimmy Butler ties the game with a half second to go.
What a play call.